All right, today we're here with the Boar Blanket trapping system. This is a net trap system built by Remote Trapping Solutions. It's a Mississippi-based company, and we're just going to kind of go over the features. Now, the first thing you're going to notice, this is a passive catch net trapping system. Now, all Boar Blankets come with a trap cap, so when you get pigs in here and they try to climb out or step on each other's back, that keeps them from coming out. All right, another thing that a lot of people notice is the Boar Blanket has a full taper. The net is tapered from here all the way to the middle. It doesn't drop straight down and then taper in the middle. That keeps this net system from rubbing against your T-post. Nets rubbing against T-post is what damages them pretty quick. If you also notice, this is a full double layered netting system. This is a knotted net, and they're nets. Eventually you're gonna have damage, whether it gets caught on a stop and the pigs are pushing it or a pig chews out, what have you. The true knotted system means if this breaks, it stops at the next knot. Okay, woven nets, they have a tendency to run and make bigger holes. So this is a true knotted system from the top to the bottom. Even the inner skirt is the exact same mesh. Okay, the benefit of this size mesh is if you get 10 or 12 or 20 pigs inside stomping it in the mud, which often happens, the larger net size makes it much easier to pull out. One of the other benefits and improvements of the Boar Blanket, it only uses 8 T-posts. Okay, other net style systems, they use 10 T-posts. This system only uses 8. Remote Trapping did a good job on that. One of the huge benefits that people really like is, once you have pigs in here, if you need to take them down, is these sewn in rings. Okay, you do not need tools or wrenches to take this net up or down. This ring is sewn into the top net. That protects the net also from rubbing on the T-post. You notice a trend. Nets rubbing on steel damage nets. When you get ready to put it back, all you have to do is put it in there and cinch it down and you're back to trapping. Ground anchors. Wolf fang anchors come with all Boar Blanket traps. You drive them in, they have an 18-inch cable. This is what your trap goes to. All right, another benefit of a net style trap. If you're in the backwoods or you're trapping on the side of a mountain and you can't get a four-wheeler vehicle, whatever, this net rolls up really nice, and like I said, you can pack it in. With the rings on it, if you want to tie it to a tree, you know exactly where you need to tie. The top of this is 20 foot, okay? This is a 63-foot rope, which gives you a diameter of 20 foot, okay? Now, if you've ever tied nets to a tree, you notice they're not always perfect to make a perfect circle. So with the Boar Blanket system, this cap rope, the mid rope, and the inner rope are all adjustable. So this trap has a seam in it, so you can pull the seam, let pigs, deer, something that you want to release without having to dispatch, you can let them out that way. So it does have a seam system. It comes with a rope seam, so if you're always going to leave it tied up, put the rope in it. If you're in a situation where you might need to let animals out, there's also a steel cable seam. That makes it much easier to pull out, open the seam. The ability to adjust the cap rope, the mid rope, and the inner rope means if you're tying it to trees or you're a little out around, you can put tension on those and you can pull them back together and make that inner circle. When you're setting this up, you see that mid rope that's down there, you want it sitting at ground level or slightly above. If you've got it up high, that's going to let pigs get out from under it, okay? That's not what we want. Now, another great benefit is this trap system does not use inner ground anchors. Okay, it's got a steel cable system that clips 4 ways, okay, makes an X in the middle. What that does is that when a pig hits the other side, it makes this size pull to it. It keeps you from having to drive 5 more inner ground anchors. Is that 7 things you don't have to drive in the ground. 2 less T-posts, 5 less inner ground anchors. One of the unique things to the Boar Blanket is this plate right here. You want this at 5 foot, okay? This is 5 foot tall here. You got the perfect T-post, that's fine. But if you're in a situation where sometimes the ground's hard, you can't drive the T-post in very far, sometimes the ground's very soft and you need a 6.5 or a 7 foot T-post, these plates are designed so they slip on. This is unique to the Boar Blanket system, okay? So what you do is you flip it on, it's got a little notch in there and lets it slide down. All right, so when you turn it, this plate locks in. That gives you the ideal height, or so you can set this at exactly 5 feet. No matter how tall your post is, how far you got it in the ground, as long as you do. Now, you want to make sure you have adequate room above this so that the ring doesn't slide off. Like I said, 6 inches is fine. Doesn't really happen, but if you get those rodeo pigs in there, sometimes things can get crazy. So the plate system is what comes with the Boar Blanket trap system in the United States. We use T-posts in the United States. It fits over the top, slides down, you twist it and it locks. Your ring goes over. Now, in countries or in areas where you don't have T-posts, okay, we also have a sleeve system. All it is a sleeve system that slides over your T-post. Okay, now, if you're doing this, you have to make sure that this top is at 5 foot. So you have to measure your post. The good thing about the plate is you don't, but works much in the same way. Okay, so your ring slides over, you hook your cam buckle strap through, and you pull it tight. Now, you have to make sure that this height is 5 foot so that you're not pulling your net up at the bottom. The Boar Blanket net trapping system includes everything you need except the T-post. So you will need 8 T-posts, and it depends on your soil conditions, whether you need 6 foot or 7 foot. You know, it depends on how soft your ground is. You go to boarblanket.com and purchase this system for $21.99. That's delivered to your door inside the United States. That is everything you need. That is the net, the inner cable system, the plates, the cam buckles, and the ground anchors, and it also includes a ground anchor drive rod.